Hi everybody, Dana Sparks, broker of Maximum One Greater Atlanta Realtors, and this week's contract tip has to do with referrals. Now, if you ever have the opportunity to have to partake in referral business, that is a wonderful opportunity to have. Now, it doesn't matter if you are referring a client to someone on the other side of town, in another part of town that you choose to not work in, or if you are referring a client to someone in another state, or even if you are referring a client to someone in the same part of town, but who wants to buy or sell real estate in a different area of expertise that you aren't experienced or well-versed in. Regardless of the situation, when you send a referral, there are two pieces of paper, two documents that you must sign, and you must keep license law in mind. So the license law under the, there's two pieces of license law. One is the Georgia Code and the other is the GREC rule. The Georgia Code is OCGA 43-40-25B35, and it's under the unfair trade practices. And basically what the unfair trade practice license law under the Georgia Code says, quote, failing to obtain a person's written agreement to refer that person to another licensee for brokerage or relocation services, and to inform such person being referred whether or not the licensee will receive a valuable consideration for such referral and an estimate of such consideration. So it's a license law violation if you do not inform the person being referred. And the license law is also part of the GREC Rule 520-1-.1016 under the disclosure of fees section. So basically, here's the deal. When you are an agent and you send a referral, buyer or seller referral, and you're sending it to another agent, again, whether it be another neighborhood, another part of town, a different area of expertise, or across the state, there are two pieces of document, two forms basically that you need, or two pieces of information. One is the broker-to-broker referral form, and you guys are all used to doing that. That's what you do when you find another agent to whom you want to send the referral. Then you guys know you need to find either in the GAR forms or in the RE forms the broker-to-broker referral form. And what you do is that's where you fill out your name, the receiving broker's name, the person being referred, if they're a buyer referral or seller referral, and then the percentage of the commission that the receiving broker will receive, the percentage that you want back as a referral fee. So you guys are all used to doing that. However, in order to comply with the license law that I just read, the issue is you also need to get the written consent of the person being referred. Bottom line is the person being referred has to consent. You have to disclose to that person that you are, in essence, making money from sharing their name and their contact information with another broker. And they must have written consent in order for you to receive that referral fee. So again, it is an unfair trade practice if you fail to obtain the agreement from the party being referred, and if you fail to inform the party being referred that the referring licensee is going to be compensated for that referral. So where do you find all this? So if you are using the GAR contract forms, then you're going to want to use the CO12, which is the referral agreement. That's the broker-to-broker referral form that I believe you are probably already familiar with. The other document that you need to make sure goes along with that is the CO11, and that is the referral authorization. And that is the form that you will have the person, your public person being referred, whether it be a buyer, seller, tenant, landlord, anyone that from whom the referral is going to result in compensation for you, they need to consent to that, and that's the form in the GAR forms. If you are using the RE forms packages, then the broker-to-broker referral agreement is RE156, and that is called the broker agreement to pay a referral commission. And then the form that the public person has to sign is RE157, Prospects, Acknowledgement, and Consent to Referral. Now, if you are already working with the public, whether you are working with them as a seller client or as a buyer client, then if you have the proper documentation signed, you already have their consent to be referred if they are also a referral client. So what I mean by that is if you have a listing agreement signed or if you have a buyer brokerage agreement signed. So let's say you're working with a seller and when you sell their house, they are moving across state. So you're referring them to another broker in another state, or same thing, another part of town, or just somewhere where you're going to be receiving a referral fee. By virtue of your client signing the listing agreement, there is a provision in there where they have already consented to the referral. Same thing, if you are working with a buyer, let's say you're working with a buyer and you have a buyer brokerage agreement signed and you find out they also have a house to sell and you are going to send a referral for their listing, then by virtue of your public buyer being a client and signing the buyer brokerage agreement, they have already consented on that documentation to this to the referral, and you have already disclosed that you are going to be compensated for that. So in the GAR listing agreement, if you will look under paragraph C6B, there is a whole section on referrals. And in the GAR buyer brokerage agreement, it is in paragraph 18, and that's in the GAR contract forms where the listing agreement and the buyer brokerage agreement does have the public consenting to the referral. And in the RE forms contract packages under the buyer brokerage agreement, it is in paragraph 3 where it talks about other relationships. And same thing in the RE forms exclusive listing agreement, it is in paragraph 4, but it's under the heading of other relationships. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you as a licensed agent in the state of Georgia do stay in compliance with license law and make sure that you get your public person consent to referral if you are referring them. Thank you so much for watching. Dana Sparks, broker of Maximum One Greater Atlanta Realtors, satisfying your needs with service, innovation, and education.